Hey, welcome back to Fuqua Sports and our Week 4 recap of our 80-team Super League simulation. It's on Access Football 2024 with updated rosters, playbooks, and going off the 80-team alignment that's gained some attention over the past year or so. This will be the third week of division games, and we've had some pleasant surprises early on in the season. On this graphic is the division alignment that we're using for the simulation, which reflects exactly what the pitch deck proposed back in April. Type in that link on the bottom of your screen for more details on what the vision was for what the season could potentially look like in real life, from the regular season to the postseason, recruiting in the transfer portal, the NIL, all that jazz. For our simulation, the playoffs will consist of 24 teams, 8 division winners, and 16 at-large bids. More on that to come in the following weeks. But with that being said, let's dive into the scores from Week 4. In bold are the games shown on YouTube, in red are the 3 biggest upsets, and in green was the main event for this week. Tennessee had a huge upset over Alabama in the main event. The crowd brought it for that game as the Volunteers jumped out to a 20-0 lead before scoring a safety in the fourth quarter to prevent an Alabama comeback bid. Other than that though, the week was pretty chalk. No huge names went down, and not as many overtime games as in Week 3. Only 3 games this week went in overtime. Compare that to Week 3, where 4 out of the 5 games in the Circuit Flex division alone went into overtime. The Clemson-NC State ending was very dramatic, which involved NC State driving down the field in 20 seconds to tie the game, only to lose on a safety in overtime. Washington State and Oregon State both got wins after losing last week. It's nice to see them find some early success, given that they were left out of the Pac-12 exodus. Anyways, here are the standings. You can sort of see it starting to take shape. Vanderbilt, Arizona State, and Houston are expected bottom dwellers. Louisville, Kansas, North Carolina, and Washington all start division play winless, but that's thanks to a front-loaded schedule. Up top, California and Virginia might be surprises to be undefeated, but they had easier schedules to start, so it'll all start to balance out as we progress through the season. But it'll be interesting to see who our Cinderellas will be for the season. Maybe California and Virginia can continue to be undefeated. Only time will tell. The college football playoff rankings won't release for another 3 weeks, but it'll have the precedent in who will make the playoffs in a couple months. Here's your Week 5 schedule with the games in bold being shown on YouTube. A chill week here as a lot of top prestigious schools are either on bye or have weaker opponents, but there's no shortage of great games. Colorado and Nebraska get another look at each other after decades and decades of being rivals. A battle of undefeateds between Missouri and Michigan could be influential in the Midwest title race and the postseason playoff seeding. Liberty and Boise State is the only other matchup of undefeated teams. And here's our YouTube schedule. Later today, you'll see the Flames and the Broncos duke it out to see who will remain undefeated, and that Missouri-Michigan game will be your main event this week. You don't want to miss it. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you in a week to recap the scores of Week 5 and to preview Week 6.